new face. Fucking thing, bro. Let's get. Okay. All right. I promise I'm going back to the Jeep. I had to do the podcast. I can't have connection issues with Maven. Maven is the priority, of course, right? What's up, Dusty? Craftsman, Edu. Maven shorts, of course. I changed the resolution. I changed the resolution. I don't know if this is this might be better for streaming. I think it's 1080p. And I think when I'm back on my desktop, it'll be check. I think maybe it'll be better too. I just have to adjust some stuff. So somebody tell me, like, is this resolution all right? It looks pretty zoomed in to me, but I just don't know about you guys.
Bling 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 loans.
Let me just delete some stuff. Giveaway. Delete that one. I need to delete some of these scenes. So. Okay, we're having a good day. Sweet. Is that loud? I don't know if you guys can hear that. Don't really notice a difference. It's compressed either way. Yeah. Sweet. Jeez. Should we just put these emojis everywhere or what? Sorry, give me a sec, because just resetting everything here. Sweet. I think that should look nicer, maybe. Where's the orange? It's in one of the videos. I'm not sure if it's been posted yet. There's things get queued, bro. Y'all need some patience, you know? Fucking kidding me? Why does it do this shit? I don't want to log in over and over, man. It does it. I don't know why it does that to me all the time. So far the challenge is good. We're nearly done a prop from challenge. We're in some profit now. We've got top step going here. We have 1,000 to go, right? So if we get this target today, then we're like 500 away, something like that, 600 away. So one more trading day after that. This one, we're sitting in some profit, which the goal is 5% per month, right? That's the goal. 5% a month is fantastic. So 500 bucks is the goal for September, I suppose. We're at 300 already. That might even be higher than that. I'm not sure. Check Bitcoin. Yeah. Well, this is the best time to go live? You think, eh? If this is the best time to go live, then I'll switch to this time because it's fucking 9 a.m. This actually might be a better time to be live because now I have full awareness, right? I'm not groggy. I'm more energetic. It's not late in the day for Europe and I'm not gonna say Asia, but India basically, right? You know what I mean? Like Asia to me is like China and Japan. India is like its own time zone. You know what I mean? Perfect time here. What time is it in India? Like 9 p.m.? It's a 12-hour difference, isn't it? 10 p.m.? So like it's not too late in India. 10 p.m. in India. Oh fuck, I'm good with my time zones, boys. Yeah. This would be really nice if we rip it up. It would be another 150 in profit would be nice. Yeah, so that'd be a 250 trade. I might just shoot for that actually though. Even we'll see. Let's see if there's a because that was actually a sell limit. So I'm not sure actually what I want to hit. Okay, so the time zone, the time frame that I was talking about, that is a secret time frame I talked about on Discord and on Twitter this morning, is actually I think the 8 hours beautiful. Maybe because why? Because it encompasses each session, so you can see what the session did, and it's 2 4 hours put together. So these levels seem to be pretty strong and being respected. I don't know yet, but we're gonna keep an eye on it. Like there's a level there, right? That just nicely kissed, right? And it's basically a conjunction of 2 4 hours, right? 4 hours show the same picture, but the only difference is, hey, that's what the session did. So the London session failed, right? That's basically what it's telling us. London session failed, so it had to come down, right? So that's where we took the buy on the down, right? And then we're buying up that daily level that we were looking for, right? So hopefully this rally is a little bit more. What do we got on the higher time frames here? You know, I'd like to get an hourly close here, and that's nice. But yeah, if this is a better time to stream, actually, well, okay, so 10 a.m. Wait, so like maybe like 9 a.m. Honestly, maybe 9 a.m. Where's the secret orange? It's not in a video quite yet, but you just keep an eye. There'll be like 1 a week-ish. There might be 2 a week. There might be 0 a week. Who knows? It'll be kind of random. And if you see an orange, if you're the first person to post it in the Discord, you get a free Maven 20k. Okay. So what's it? 9 a.m. PST is noon EST. So you might get some viewership at lunch hour for Eastern workers, right? And then that's for Europe and
Won't you
Nigeria.
be missing out on trades trading at this time?
Won't you be missing out on trades? I would probably still be trading myself in the morning. It's just hard to be full of energy and to do everything properly while rushing to the computer. But if you guys prefer this time, what time is it there in Nigeria? 5 p.m. I think. Nigeria in London is 5 p.m. I think so. Yeah, it's lunchtime Easter right now. Easter. I don't like that failure there, but this looks bad on the if the hourly closes here. Failure we might have to close that trade and just be a little bit safer, but it's showing a decent amount of resistance here, right? So I want to see this next 15 candle close in there. Otherwise, probably get out of that trade. But it was a nice entry, decent entry. This is the type of days we like when we just make like 500 bucks, right? What do you think about September rate cuts? I'm not even aware of. I don't even know. I don't trade anything to do with the news because it's displayed on the chart already. Maybe make a poll. I did make a poll, and everyone seems to like the market open. 7 p.m. there in where +1 GMT, something like that. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking is like, if you guys prefer this time, I could trade this time too. Realistically, I think one stream a day is enough. I was thinking about doing 2 again. The dumb time frame is 8 hours. It might be. Oh yeah, check Bitcoin. Sorry, bro. Let's look at Bitcoin. We'll look at the Coinbase Bitcoin because it's... So this is still my opinion on Bitcoin, okay? I'm a seller up here. I'm a buyer down here, basically. Okay? I'm probably not going to short Bitcoin. Not until like the month, like it's obvious that like we're going down, right? It's not quite obvious yet. Maybe I'll short that level, 115, because that's a super likely area. But I would definitely be longing if we get down here, but I'd be adding back into my Bitcoin here, right? Right now we're just in a range. And if you're panicking because of this 1% move, well, you're trading Bitcoin wrong. You should not be day trading Bitcoin. Terrible idea. Swing trade Bitcoin, perfectly great. Here, look at the 8 hour. Let's look at the 8 hour. And then this guy. Look at that. See? Boom. You would have been able to know that that was coming down because of failure, right? Boom. Comes down to where? Origin of the move. Bingo. That's the dumb money concepts. Right? You would have known for sure. Let's see what 4 hour did. 4 hours showed basically the same sort of thing, except you had that extra candle, right? Failure. Where does it come down to? Origin of the move. So they should be profit taking around here. There should be some sort of support around there. Whether or not it holds, like it would be impossible to know until it happens, right? And that's with everything. Impossible to know until it happens. Rallied up, baby. NASDAQ. Kick it. You're definitely going to get more exciting streams if I'm streaming at this hour. That's for sure. Because I'm not fucking groggy. I could set it up maybe to stream at 9. WorldCoin. Yeah, WorldCoin's an interesting one. I was actually invested in it a while back, but it wasn't it just died out kind of. It was an interesting project, and this looks all right. Now that I did see it pumping up a lot today, I would be wary that it's just a kind of a fake pump because they do shit like that often, right? And in crypto world, right? And they do random pump and dumps, right? How you know for sure that this is going to be going up is you get a solid weekly close, because we don't use anything below the weekly on crypto, okay? Unless maybe Bitcoin. We don't use anything below the weekly. And you only use weekly and monthly. Makes crypto trading very, very easy. So if you get a close above this, now mind you, it came up here, so now it's coming back down. Get a close above there, probably going to be a good buy in that area again as it comes down. Or you can look for buys doing the pass-through sort of levels here, right? But right now it's failing this level to regain this zone, right? Monthly, of course, like this is a project that I don't hold any of, right? I did early on, and then I got out for some sort of loss. I don't know how much, not very much. Didn't hold very much. I think I had like $1,000. Just because it's a new project, right? And this is what happens on new projects. This is a project that I believe would be a useful project, actually, because I believe what it is the ball that verifies if you're AI or not. Okay, and it's pretty much useless right now. All it does is tell you if you're AI. It takes a screenshot of you or whatever, right? But that is so useful in future government verification. And if you understand what I'm talking about now, that is fucking insanely profitable. Anything to do with the government, if you have a means to fix a problem that the government's going to have in the future, which is one, AI fake people, right? Verification issues is going to be a massive problem with AI. If this can verify that you are not AI, the government is going to spend hundreds of billions of dollars on that, right? This could be potentially one of the most critical projects in the space for the next decade, right? And that being said, I said decade, right? So you don't need to get in, right? You don't even have to get in for the next 5 years. You know what I mean? So, but keep an eye on it. That's why it's up here pretty high. CRO is also pretty high, right? I own CRO, right? A couple other ones. I don't really care about any of these really. Solana's a good one. I think ETH is dying. I don't think ETH is a good buy at all. I would just use Solana instead, but BNB, of course, fantastic buy. BNB is a really good buy right now, actually. Low, change trend, super bullish action, super useful project. Selling government, anything to do with government is insanely profitable. Or finance, insanely profitable. Tech, insanely profitable. But ultimately, who has the most money? Banks and governments, right? So try to side with those guys. If you want to be the best at the game, get in with the banks and you know, and so where's my XRP? XRP. XRP should be up there too. XRP is a good project that I don't think is a good buy right now because it's been overhyped. But once you slowly start settling in, maybe you can see it's kind of having some weakness after breaking these highs, right? Look at the monthly failures, right? Retest should come back down, and then you can buy in here at maybe $2 ish, just over $2. But the same sort of thing is like, you know, once this rips up, it's gonna rip, right? Compared to Bitcoin. But generally, it doesn't really perform much better than Bitcoin. But I think it will start to. I think it'll start trending that way because of the new adoption of XRP. So you just wait for that trend to make a little bit more clear, and then I would probably be a XRP holder over a Bitcoin holder, personally. Once the US dollar value has been safer accumulated. Nice, let's rip it, baby. Rip it, dippy doo. Hi, CEO. What is your real name? It's Chris. My name is public. It's Chris Hunter. Hunter is my actual name. I don't have any opinion on news ever, so you're asking me about CPI. I can look at gold though, but generally, I would never trade gold. To me, it makes no sense to trade. Right? It's like gold is an investment asset where you try to store wealth. Okay. To me, it doesn't make any sense to trade because trading, you generally want to trade things that have like good buy opportunities, right? None of this ever makes sense to be a good buy opportunity. It just goes up slowly over time, right? So if you want to hold something forever, gold is great. Gold is the best thing to hold forever, okay? But I wouldn't ever trade it. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand why people love trading it. Probably because there's no volatility, right? And it just makes it easier for you, right? But there's no, like, these moves are like, if you're looking at intraday on gold, I don't know. Like, maybe you guys are smarter than me. I don't know. And you trade gold. I'm not very smart, so because I guess literally you could just buy gold 100% of the time and always make money. It's a more stable Bitcoin, really. It grows at slower pace, and there's less drawdown, so it's probably easier on your psyche. Gold's probably the easiest one for psyche reasons, honestly, actually, because the most stable growth. You literally just wake up and buy. Look, London, buy. New York, buy. Don't trade Asia. London, buy. New York, buy. I don't know. If you want me to do some analysis on this, here you go. I will do some analysis. Huh? Weekly, there's no levels anywhere near, so you can't really use it at all. Dumb it down. Same with the day. It's absolutely going parabolic. So selling this would be pretty much retarded. That being said, the next buy area would be down here, right? Unless you did pick up that kind of low. Hourly failed. Yeah, I mean, I would be a buy if I had to buy immediately right now. I would be a long. I would be a long position. But if I had to place a resting order, I'd probably wait till down here at 36.50, just in case. And if this 4-hour closes bearishly, it's probably going to reject off that zone at just under 37, and then come down to sort of these levels probably. Oh, it's ripping, baby. It's ripping, boy! Baby boy! It's polytrend, correct? Sound not working? It's definitely working. I can see it picking up my sound. 4 phases, bro. Each session with a phase in the majority of, I don't know what that means, Kimmel. Camille. One of the traders I look up to only looks for longs on gold and NASDAQ. That would be wise. Now, I would argue that that is not wise when you are in a bear market, okay? So generally, it is pretty much like I know traders like that, right? But here's the reality. If you only looked for longs on the NASDAQ and you traded every day, there's a really good chance that you blew up everything in a couple months here, right? Or here or something. So you need to be able to recognize when to not take a long, okay? If you only take longs, which is good, you need to recognize when to not take a long. And how do you do that? Is I would say look at the weekly and monthly and determine, okay, are those weekly candles breaking down, okay? Breaking down, yes, boom. That's a retest off that level and then a rejection again, okay? So your risk is way too high to take a long after a week like that, okay? Here I would be taking a long. Here I probably wouldn't be taking a long, and then I would get back in on longs as it starts bringing up again. Here I could take a long maybe. Here I would not be taking longs anymore, okay? Because we're breaking down, okay? If you have a failure to gain, right, I would not be taking longs, right? Where's a failure, right? Like this guy here. A failure on that zone, definitely don't be taking longs, okay? Failure right here, right? Failure, do not be taking longs the next week. Boom, see? See what I'm saying? If you can recognize that, you will do well, for sure. It's very difficult to lose money being a bull. Very difficult to lose money being a bull, huh? Now, are they still going to just trickle this up or what? I'm a little hesitant around these levels. They got to get some closes again above there, and then we'll see how she goes. So where so what do we gained that. Okay, so we can definitely not have to, you know, we can definitely have a stop somewhere realistic now. A little bit further up. 700 off of getting funded on my first prop there for the challenge, which feels all right. This is a solid day. Solid day. I think there's a decent chance this just fucking rips up here. Because the reason why I'm not necessarily eager to close it is because all this shit's been tested like plenty of times. That's been tested. Everything's been tested. This has been tested, right? So I'm suspecting that they're just going to go for the new high, and they might even go higher, right? But I just want to hit that new high and take profit. I'm hoping that we get some solid close here, and we can keep kicking it, you know? Kick the can down the road. Am I closing today? The trade? I will close the trade at some point, yeah. Gold is very predictable. Yeah, gold, pretty predictable. NASDAQ is pretty predictable too, if you're using higher time frames. The only thing with the NASDAQ is if you're trading in the open, it's very volatile. And honestly, why do we do it? I don't know. If there were two 1 hour levels and the chart is moving up and down in those two levels, what measures should we execute the trade? The fuck? If there were two 1 hour levels, and chart is moving up and down in those levels. Your question doesn't make sense. Not enough information. That could mean two. I don't know what you mean. Could mean multiple things there. Waiting 15 to 30 minutes after market open helps avoid not. Yeah, totally. What I like to do is on the open is I like to play kind of stink bids. Generally, it's not wise to just open with a trade. You can place, like, that's what I did here, right? Is I placed a bid on either side, right? Where I thought, hey, that's probably where it would turn on the open. And generally things like that do pretty well. So find a level, place a stink bid, and then start following reactions as the market develops. Because the first, like, what was it? Like, the first hour was nothing. You know what I'm saying? We only need 400 more on this. Oh, we could pass. We could pass today. In theory. I can't really, though, because I got 1600. So I need to get 1600 actually. Because of 50-50, right? So I do need to make a little bit more actually, because I made too much profit the other day. I am gonna close a little bit of this.
Order filled.
Because I do need to get actually 3200. I think. Unfortunately, that's the issue with consistency rules. If you fuck up and actually make too much money. Okay, they're gonna fail. Let's see. See, we might take our profit because we do still have our investments always running. It did fail.
Order filled.
So they failed here. I'm gonna watch. I'll watch the 1 minute. See if I want to get out. What do we think will happen after rate cuts? I don't know. I don't do FA. Since I interview a lot of traders, what's a common thing you notice with traders who pull payouts consistently? Their strategy is very simple. They also a lot of good traders use FA fundamentals. They buy based off of economic things, and they just wait for pullbacks. That's it. The best traders trade based off of economic events.
Can you please mark the levels BCS? We can't see what's going on in your mind. Please, it will help us.
The levels are marked. Purple is weekly, blue is daily, yellow is monthly. There's no monthly levels. There's no other levels to. There's no levels here really. Right. I'm just watching the 1 minute to see if there's any sign that we should get out. I'm a little bit torn right now. I'm not sure if I should be closing because I'm not seeing anything specific, but the 15 close wasn't great. Fundamental analysis is FA. It means global economic events. GU. I don't ever trade Forex, so I'm not sure. It's 5 minute. 5 minutes failing. If this 5 minute doesn't gain, I'm gonna close it. I think because this is a really probable place for it to turn. Nice.
Order filled.
We'll leave a little bit running on that. Should we?
Order
We'll
filled.
leave one running. One? Does it even matter? We're gonna need 900 more if I close right here. We can get 900 tomorrow. I think, or 8 or 850 or something like that. It might still rip. New York lunch hours where volatility usually dies down. Kind of, yeah. And sometimes it actually makes some pretty solid moves. It's not necessarily true, right? Because here's lunch hour and volatility was still massive until, you know, like it's not like that really, right? Kind of, like crazy volatility all day. It's not really. You get a massive spike in the open often, and then sometimes, right? But like again, 9 volatility, like it often changes directions at lunch because people close trades. There's usually some sort of shift, whether it's volatility dies down, volatility picks up, or it goes in the reverse direction, right? There's usually kind of something around 9 a.m. Do I usually relieve runners? No, not really. No. It's better to be out and walk away. Someone wanted me to look at GU though. GU, like I honestly, failure on the 4, retesting, failure again. Looks relatively weak, got some failures there. I'd be a bear. I'd be a bear on GU if I had to guess. Yeah, I'd be bear.
Order filled.
We're gonna close that. 900 profit today. We'll need another 900 or so tomorrow. One trade. Unless there's another setup. We could potentially take another setup. It's in my calendar here. I got a couple of moments still. I think there's a good chance. Sometimes they do this. They fill and then they just keep going, but the 4 hour is going to give us a good indication with this close of if it's going to continue another level. But that 4 hour is really solid. What are we looking at so far today? What did I spend yesterday on the challenge? Nothing. I spent 0 yesterday. So that's a really awesome awesome profit for the day. Spending 0, making 300. I still have $626 in my cash balance for the challenge. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I got about half hour. Then I'll make some lunch, pack up my things back in the Jeep, and go find a good spot to stay tonight. Because I don't need to be back home for the next couple days, so I can stay in the Jeep for the next, just completely in the Jeep again. Monday, Tuesday, I have to be here. So rarely smile. I'm trading. Fucking hell, bro. Is Trader Sumo Twitter handle back? I'm not completely sure, man. He got hacked though, so don't follow him. He would never sell anything like a fucking meme coin, so. Honestly, Chris, do you hate those who get funded with Maven and start taking my money? No. I honestly don't care. Okay, so from a business standpoint, the more people making money, posting certificates, advertises for us, right? It also, the money you make also inspires you to trade more and trade longer, right? So it's not necessarily a loss, right? It is a fact that every single prop firm in the world loses money when you make money. Yes, that is a fact, right? You are not the one, like, I'm not good enough to be A booked, okay? The number of people who are A booked are essentially zero. Okay? Essentially zero. But do I hate it when people take the money away from a company? No. Just because I own the company does not give them a dick's rat's whatever ass to me, you know? I make salary. I don't take your money that you pay. I have a flat salary that is a little bit higher than the average salary here, right? I live well, but not luxury. I don't want to live any luxury. I want to live well. I don't want to have to worry about my expenses because then it makes my life more difficult, right? So I pay myself enough that I can live humbly and safely, okay? Once I have a wife and kids, sure, maybe I'm going to start paying myself some more. But for the next 5 years, I'm perfectly happy making what I make, which is a medium to high salary, right? It's not anything crazy, okay? Then it begs the question, okay, what does Maven do with all the excess funds? Well, we stockpile it for a rainy day in case there is an issue that we have to then cover the traders to ensure that our company is stable. I care more about the stability and longevity of the company and creating a product that is beneficial for traders who are disciplined so I can actually help traders, okay? Surprise, surprise, I'm not here to fuck you. But at the same time, I don't care if you lose money also, right? It doesn't matter to me if you're profitable or not. It doesn't change my life, right? But what I'm trying to do is create the most honest, reliable prop firm that has morals behind it, right? All these other prop firms fucking deny payouts. That's a scam. You deny one payout, it's a scam, you know, because you're not able to keep your promises, right? You promised something to a trader and you lied to them. That's a scam to me, right? So I'm running a business. That's what I'm doing. Beautiful trade. Thank you, mate. Do you do fasting? Yeah, occasionally. I haven't.
Higher, so will it go lower, NASDAQ?
I haven't done any fasting in a while. I was thinking about doing a fast on Friday, though. Actually, 24-hour fast. Just one, it will reduce my food expenditures, and two, it's been a while since I've done a fast, and I would like to cleanse the body a little bit. So I'll do a fast maybe once every 6 months or so. I thought prop cuts is enough to not make Maven lose. I don't know what you mean by that. How prop firms operate is 90% of challenges will fail, and then those funds go to the staff, vendors, and the profitable traders. Okay? That's how they work. And if you don't like it, too bad. That's how the industry works. Keto or low carb? Testosterone. And low dose of growth hormone. I also eat paleo-ish. Like, I don't eat snacks really. Might eat a bag of chips like on Friday night or something, but I eat basically vegetables and meat. And then I have testosterone and a low dose of growth hormone for general health. Yeah. Yeah, see, they're still kind of failing that, you know, zone. It'll come down maybe. We'll see how that 4 hour closes. It looks like because the 4 hour could be rejecting there, right? And if it does, then ultimately what you do is, hey, that's a really awesome buy. And also, I want to see where this 8 hour closes. So we might be able to take that 8 hour to our advantage and then use it for the Asia. I'm actually really curious I want to just see this just for my own sake too. You guys can follow along here. So this is New York, London, Asia, okay? New York. So I want to see after New York, right? So 7 a.m. candle, right? 7 a.m. open candle, right? New York session failed, and then Asia played that range. Okay. So I'm just curious if I look back, I'm just seeing if there's a pattern. So I like to find patterns. It's kind of fun. That's the fun of the game, right? So this is the New York candle, right? And then Asia played that pass through. I don't know what that is, but okay, that doesn't look anything significant to me. I'm just wondering if you can predict Asia based off of New York, right? So New York super bullish, Asia bullish up to the next level, right? You know what I'm saying? New York failure, Asia also failed on that level, right? Let's see. I don't know if this New York super bullish, Asia bearish. Okay, so that's no good. That's no good. New York didn't do anything. Asia then bearish. I guess if it doesn't do anything, we can't know. New York bearish. Asia bearish too. It'd be interesting just to completely base a strategy off of. You know what I mean? That'd be crazy. Asia somewhat of a range, kind of bearish though. It doesn't seem like there's any correlation that I can see. New York, yeah, there doesn't seem to be any correlation. Not off of just if it's bullish or bearish, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was naughty. No, I've been taking various peptides and stuff since I was like 18. Mostly for general health as well, right? Like growth hormone is really really good for health, sleep, skin quality, libido, recovery, right? I push my body incredibly hard. Like I'll work out 2 or 3 times a day, right? Sometimes there's been periods where I don't work out, but like lately I've been working out 2 or 3 times a day. And then it's like, what do you define as natural as well, right? Like, are people on TRT natural, right? I don't know. Like, I have I have a high amount of testosterone in me compared to a normal person, right? But nothing that's crazy, right? Because it's a better way of living. It keeps me more motivated and productive. I like the higher libido. I like the higher assertiveness, right? What do you do in a workout? I box, yoga, climbing, and lift weights, and I hike. Oh, we gotta do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway! So it is selling off like we thought. Plus steroids. There you go. For all the people that are pro steroids. Plus steroids is how you're gonna get a 5K 1-step Maven challenge. I'm not doing the spinner anymore. It takes too much time. I'm bored with it. Let's do two giveaways as well. Recently moved from Fivers to Maven. Very happy so far. A lot easier and better rules. Hey, awesome, dude. I know the Fivers have like lower leverage, I think, too, and it makes it like very long to trade, which is perfectly fine for their audience. Fivers is a reputable one. I wouldn't trade with them. I tried them. I didn't really like it. I don't like CFDs though, so I'm biased. Funny enough, I run a CFD firm. Okay, let's spin the wheel. 21 Savage is in the house, eh? Sweet. Oh yeah, 21 Savage won. Sweet. I thought you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 M's in the bank account, right? I don't know if you need the giveaway. I don't think you need the. I don't think you need it because you got this song or whatever, right? Do you need it? Do you need the giveaway?
I buy a new car for the bitch, for real. I tell down the mall with the bitch, for real. You can't even talk to the bitch, nah. She fucking with bosses and shit, oh god. I pull up in Rarers and shit, with choppers and Harleys and shit.
Predicted it, eh?
I be Gucci down, Gucci. You wearing Lacoste and shit, bitch, yeah. Mine club, yeah. Furka and Mopper, there.
All right.
Yeah.
Type steroids 2 plus steroids 2 for the next one.
We do not play fair, yeah, god. Got them tennis chains.
We're gonna do another one.
Draco make you do the chicken head like ching ching.
I was kind of thinking they would just come back down and then kiss it and go again.
They be right with me, 21 bad bitch, cute face and some nice titties. 7500 on the Saint Laurent jacket, yeah. Bitch, be careful when you dumping yo action. I ain't no sucker, I ain't cuffing no action. Nah, the streets raised me, I'm a whole bastard. I bought a Rari just so I can go faster. Niggas tryna copy me, they plan catch up. 21. I might pull up in a ghost, no catch up. 21. I've been smoking gas and I got
all right, let's do it.
I got 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account. I don't think you need a giveaway. You can get it though. You can get it. Yeah. Open up a ticket in Discord for Maven's Discord. Sid P14, bro. You won the second 5K one step. Ready to gun you down. $21. Oh, I forgot I have the multi-stream chat open. You're not actually 21 Savage? Ah, slam, bro. Pretty sure 21 Savage was watching me trade, so he could learn how to trade, of course. Because he's got to scale up those M's, huh? There might be another opportunity for another trade. Yeah. I might start streaming at this time. We'll see. Especially since the winters get darker and it's harder and harder to wake up early. Like Summer's fine to trade at 6 a.m., but it's starting to get dark now in the morning, and for the next like 6 months, it's gonna be kind of like this. When full-on winter hits, the sun doesn't rise till like 9 a.m. So it's a bit tricky to actually have like proper awareness when there's no sun. 53 minutes watching the stream. You hope you win a giveaway. Well, you're watching on the wrong platform. It's impossible to win on X. You can only win on Kick or YouTube. Kick is the better one, though. The only reason I stream to X is so that more people can learn about it. 10 a.m.? What do you mean 10 a.m.? Another one? Max Purse, man. You're just never gonna win because you ask every day for more giveaways. Like, I do 1 or 2 a day, and every day you ask for more. And now I don't even want you to win. He's not greedy, he's just... Because like, he didn't win anything, he just wants me to give everyone something. Recommend any book except Atomic Habits? Ah, nice, good question. Yes. There's a few books, bro. Surrender Experiment by Michael Singer was a pretty cool one. It's about his life and how he kind of just let things happen, right? And then surrendered to the universe, right? It's an awesome reflection of how you can not have resentment for all the evil that comes to you and just appreciate the ride. And another one is Eckhart Tolle. That's the author, spelt really funny. A New Earth. A New Earth was one of the most meditative books I've ever read about the ego and enlightenment. Right? These are the type of books you should be reading. Not about trading. Trading books are idiotic. The only maybe decent trading book is Disciplined Trader / Trading in the Zone. It's the same book, just like he rewrote it basically to be slightly different verbiage. Could you read the second one again? A New Earth or The Power of Now. They're very similar, both by Eckhart Tolle. A New Earth I preferred. And it put me in a very, very zen state reading it. And it allowed me to understand more of my attachment to my ego. And trading, the reason why you have difficulty is most likely because you are attached to the concept of being a trader. And the whole basis of the book is, let me put an example. Let me pause this. The whole basis of the book is, okay, let's say I own a car, right? And I drive that car every day, and like I'm a Jeep owner, right? I'm a rugged outdoorsman. I adventure. I'm a Jeep guy, right? And my Jeep breaks down and I can't fix it, right? I have an ego attachment to believing that thing is part of me because I am so close knit with it, right? I am a Jeep person rather than this is a Jeep that I use, right? And when that Jeep breaks down, it is a reflection of ourselves breaking down, okay? So I'm emotionally hurt by that Jeep breaking down, and I feel like I need to fix it so that I can become whole again, right? That same ideology can be reflected into trading. I trade every single day. Therefore, when I have a bad trade, I am a bad trader, and my ego is hurt because I am not the person I'm telling myself I am, right? So if I have a belief system that I am a trader, and I am proven one day that, hey, you are a bad version of yourself, right? Because I am a trader and I'm not able to perform today, so I must be bad. So I need to find a way to fix it. Okay? You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So you are emotionally attached to the concept of being a trader. And when you can detach yourself from the ego of being a trader, it's an amazing book. Absolutely fucking phenomenal. If you can remove yourself of believing that you are a trader, and rather you are somebody who, this is why I say trade is a hobby, right? And you are somebody who practices trading for fun, and because you enjoy the entertainment of it and the game of it, well, then maybe that when you have this losing day, the next time you can say, hey, that's part of the game. I'm not bothered by it, right? We're also ego. We're the addition to this is we have an ego attachment to money, right? So it's two things stacked up, and that's why trading is so painful when you lose, because you have an ego attachment to money, believing that money is valuable to you, right? When in reality, only a certain amount of money is necessary, right? So all of these things in our possession, we then gravitate to. I am a manifestation of the external world around me and my actions, rather than I am me, right? I am the energy of me and the feeling and the connection I have with others, right? That's what the book's all about, right? Rather than external gratification. It's it's a fucking amazing book. You have debts attached to money. Who cares? Don't pay your debts. You know what I mean? What? That's an extreme thing I just said. But like in a worst case scenario, what if you can't pay your debts? Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, unless you're in a position where you're going to die or be homeless, right? I'm literally doing a homeless challenge. Then you have nothing to worry about by losing a trade. And if you are in that position, please fuck off right now. If you are in a position where you need to trade to live, get the fuck off my stream right now and go get a job. Do anything else, because trading is the absolute worst thing you can be doing. Absolute. You would be better off going to the casino and just fucking clicking red. You know what I mean? You would be better off gambling on roulette than trading if you need to do it to live. You know why? Because you have a 50-50 chance then. And I can tell you for sure you have a 100% chance to lose if you have to trade to live. You have a 100% chance to lose. It's not like I'm going to make it. No, 100% chance you're going to lose everything. 100% chance. If you don't have a steady income externally, right? 100% chance you're going to lose everything. And why do I say that, right? I'm going to go in a few minutes. One, because you will have drawdown, okay? So let's say you have $10, right? And boom, you strike it, right? And you make a big amount of money in a 1 in 10 chance, right? So first of all, your first trade is a low probability to make it big, right? Okay, so you have $10, now you have $100 or whatever. And I'm using a smaller amount of money than I would think is acceptable, but I'm sure, the person in that position would be using a very small amount. Now you got $100. Well, first of all, you got to spend a little bit of it to live, right? A little bit. So maybe now you got $50 left, right? So now you have another shot again. You have another 10% chance to double that up again, right? Or 10x it. You have 10% chance to 10x it again, right? Okay, now you have $500, and that was a 1% chance now for you to get to that 500 because it's 10% times 10%, right? And okay, boom, you got to spend a little bit of again. Now you have spend $50, live. Now you have $450. Now you're going to go again, and you're going to have a 0.1% chance to make $4,000, right? 0.1% chance. So you can see how that gets closer and closer to 0 because the limit is 0, right? In theory, it's possible to go forever, but it's not going to happen. So I'm saying 0. And the reality is, you're going to be so, if you do go for a streak of like 4 or 5 times and fucking make bank amount of money, you're going to be such a fucking egotistical maniac that you're going to blow all the money anyways on stupid shit and then be back to square one and then die. like by the 1 in a million chance that you actually turn $10 into like a livable amount of money for a year, you are going to be so fucking gung-ho that you're undefeatable and you're going to ruin your life yourself. Doesn't happen. Anyways, read the book, A New Earth. that might help you. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. That's a good one. Trade looked like it might keep going. Who knows? I might, I'm going to probably come back after that 4-hour close, see where it closed. You know, if it fails here, good chance it comes back down here. I might take a trade, buy back on that level. You know, see how that comes back, right? Where's that level? There it is, right? That's lined up perfectly with the weekly. So, you know, we might take a buy off that weekly level. Anyways, guys, that's the stream. Tune in tomorrow. I'll be outside tomorrow, I promise. I'm close to outside. The door is right there, so I can just leave. Imagine thinking one free account will change your life like a lottery. Yes, the free accounts, guys, are good practice. You will not win big. And I know 99% of you are going to be like, I want it anyways because I need this, right? You're more energetic than the early morning streams. Totally. I should totally do 9 a.m. streams when I have more energy. Because this is what I'm normally like, dude. Like I have 2 stages. I have 2 stages. I have one where I'm very meditative and peaceful, and that's usually in the evenings. And then once the sun comes up, I'm fucking wild full of energy, bro. That's why I have to exercise 3 hours a day. And then I also do meditation to keep that energy calm. Right? Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Love you.